Maurane, also known as Mrs. Blues. I'm 22 years old and I live between London and the Ivory Coast, which is where I'm from. After obtaining my French baccalaureate in literature, I took a year off and I worked for an agency in communication and also for a well known jazz festival in Abidjan as an executive assistant and an artistic director, all of which taught me how to be professional. Then I went to London and I did a foundation in art and design, and I recently graduated from a BA in fine arts. The reason why I chose King's Education's program in art and design is because it seemed like the most appropriate one for me. I used to draw and paint a little bit, but art in general is not something I was familiar with. And most art schools in general have quite high requirements, which is not ideal when you have zero experience. Whereas King's was actually saying, right, we're going to prepare you and give you all the tools that you need so that you can go anywhere. I have so many good memories at King's because I truly see it as the beginning of my journey. But if I had to pick one, it would be my final major project. So I made an installation inspired by mental health, specifically on the dissociative identity disorder. And I just loved seeing people's reaction, hearing their feedbacks. It was like my first little exhibition open to the public, so yeah, quite unforgettable. My biggest challenge during my journey, whether it was at King's or at university, I would say is dealing with the self, the emotions, and the feelings. I believe as artists we can be very sensitive and during our studies because we learn about questioning, pushing boundaries, thinking outside the box. We are constantly being exposed to what we feel, and because we use it in our work, it's almost as if it's the essence of our productivity. And although this is great for inspiration and projects, it can be very tough. I am proud of myself and I'm thankful for everything I had the chance to discover, learn, or even get frustrated about. I would say my biggest achievement or success is to have understood that love is at the center of my practice and my everyday. Being an artist can be difficult, but when the source is known, creativity will never lack as long as you go back to that source. And my last project, Conversion, is the perfect example for it. When I'm being asked if I have any regrets, my answer is no. Of course, there are things that I wish I had done differently, but I do not regret it because I'm convinced that my choices, the good ones or the less good ones, have led me to where I am now, and I've never felt happier. Three words to describe my experience in the UK would be unexpected, experiments, and love. With study experience, I was able to clarify my intentions and my goals. The gap between high school and university is enormous, and not everyone is independent or capable of risking things at such an early stage. That's where study experience is advantageous because they suggest options according to your profile, who you are, what you could want, and they tell you how things work abroad, they find alternative, and mostly they handle all the administrative part, which is very reassuring when you feel so much uncertainty and you just don't know how. At the moment, I am part of a collective named Floor 5, and we currently have a residency at the CCA Gallery in London. So follow us and join us for fun and interactive workshops and talks. Beside, I am working on a few projects that I am hoping to develop in Abidjan with the same intention, love.